Great bourbon. Everybody wants it, right? I'm Tim, the Suburban Dad. I'm here to help you dads find it. There's so many options and choices out there nowadays. I'm trying to help you save time, weed through all these nonsense options that you don't even need to worry about. Be able to choose some great bourbon at reasonable prices. What I've decided to do is compile a master list of recommended bourbons, a couple whiskeys here and there, for you to be able to refer to when you're looking for your next bottle. I've broken it down into low proof, anything 100 proof or below, and then anything above 100 proof. Within those two categories, you got $10 to $30, $30 to $50, $50 to $75, and then $75 plus. I'm breaking this up into two videos just so it doesn't get bogged down and overwhelming. I'm starting with low proof first. So stay tuned for part 2 of the high proof bourbons coming out soon. Now these are in no particular order, and just go ahead and start stretching out your fingers now for all the rage typing you're going to have to do about bottles that I didn't include or stuff that I need to try or how wrong I am. Go ahead, just get yourself ready. That's fine. I'm just going to present you my choices. Some of these you may have heard of, some of them maybe not. So hopefully you're learning some new things today. Starting priced lowest to highest, so $10 all the way up to $30 so far. Starting with David Nicholson, 1843. This is out of Lux Row, costs about 25 bucks. 100 proof, really tasty. Early Times Bottled in Bond. Now, I say this one hesitantly because I've only tried the black screw top. Now they have the metal screw top, which I have not tried. Black screw top, if you see that anywhere, snatch it up. It's amazing, delicious. Old Granddad Bottled in Bond. I just tried this bottle for the first time this year and I've been blown away. I cannot recommend it enough. Priced right around $20. It's amazing. Great Jim Beam product. Very Old Barton 100 proof. This one, I've got one over here. I don't know if it's on camera or not, but I've got one on my shelf. It's only like 13 bucks, maybe 15 bucks. Great bourbon at the price. I really don't know if you can beat it. It's easy. It is drinkable by itself. It's actually pretty tasty, and it makes a great old fashioned as well. Good old Buffalo Trace. Love it, hate it, indifferent. It is actually really good bourbon, I must say. Price has climbed up. It's hovering right around that $30 mark, so I'm not sure if it fits in this category or $30 to $50, but Buffalo Trace is on my list. Last but not least for this category, Old Forester 100 proof. I'm talking about the screw top red and black label bourbon that is way underrated, very delicious, pretty readily available, and reasonably priced as well. Okay, moving on to the $30 to $50 category. First off, Russell's Reserve 10-year out of Wild Turkey. This is great, light, fruity bourbon, easy to drink, popular, easily enjoyed by many. Michter's bourbon, so the US one bourbon comes in about 45 bucks, and it's one of the lower proof point bottles that I enjoy. Just very mellow, but not wimpy on the flavor. Buttery texture, it's really good. Smoke Wagon straight bourbon out of Nevada. This is Russell Scribb juice that's blended in Nevada. Really quite tasty. Not as many people focus on this expression. A lot of credit goes to the uncut, unfiltered, but the straight bourbon is really good. Okay, I got several in a row from the same distillery, so hang in there. We got Old Dominick Huling Station. This is a red label on the front. Oh my gosh, I've recommended this bottle so many times. I can't recommend it enough because it's truly that good. It's got a high rye mash bill and it gives it a lot of chocolatey notes. Super rich, flavorful, right at 100 proof. Next we got Old Dominick again, but this time they're straight Tennessee whiskey. So this one's not a bourbon. 85 proof. The best low proof whiskey I've ever had. Truly great. And last but not least for Old Dominick is their Bottled in Bond bourbon. This is their own distillate. It is really good, leathery, tobacco-y type notes. Quite tasty. Back to a good old standard classic Knob Creek 9-year. Really hard to beat. Unfortunately, the price has climbed to the 30 plus mark. There might be a couple stores out there that are selling it for just under 30, but I put it in category number 2 just because it's usually over 30 now. Four Roses small batch, just unassuming, sweet but spicy, easily found everywhere, solid bottle. Ben Holiday soft red wheat. This is a really velvety, rich bottle. It's a little better than the standard bottled and bond to me. So I think it's a little step above the regular bourbon. Maker's 46. If you're not a fan of the standard Maker's Mark expression, fear not. Maker's 46 is several levels above it. Definitely worth it. And last but not least for this category is Heaven Hill's bottled and bond bourbon. Quite tasty. The more I've had from Heaven Hill, the more I've liked it. And the bottled and bond is no different. It's truly great for the price. I realized that I only came up with one for the $50 to $75 category and none for the $75 plus. So the other category, the high proof category, I'm guarantee I will have much more options at that price point. But for the $50 to $75, really the only one that I came up with was Old Forester 1910. I did enjoy this one. It's not my favorite from Old Forester, but it's still really good. Very sweet, oaky, very pleasant, easy to drink. This is another one that friends, family, new or experienced to bourbon will enjoy. So there you have it. There's my recommended bourbon list for 100 proof or lower, ranging anywhere from about $15 all the way up to 60 plus. Go ahead and tell me in the comments which bottles do you think that I should have added. Whether I agree with you or not is another story, but I'm curious to hear what you like. Until next time, cheers. Bottled in, what?